Hello everybody and welcome back into JFL Memorial Gardens from Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. It's the Sault Greyhounds and the Toronto Wildhounds in their second and final meeting of the year. Toronto winning last night back in Toronto 6-3. Greyhounds looking to respond here tonight to hold leverage over Toronto and keep them out of the playoffs. Here is Karki. Picks it up in the left corner of the zone. Challenged by McCoy early. His pass up on the wing for Beck. Gave that away just about, and now Lard sets ahead. Beck behind the D. He's in. Centers. They score! They walked right into that one. 1-0 early. Beautiful pass to drop back, and Bryson is in good position, but can't get the glove out enough. And this puck just beats the outstretched mitt of Tyler Bryson for a 1-0 Sioux lead early. Good lead for the Sault Greyhounds, exactly what you want to see in response to Toronto's efforts last night. They needed to be better, and this is exactly the way that they needed to start this game here today. Here's the pass ahead, picked up by the Greyhounds and brought back into the Toronto zone. Now Copper will take it through center. Here's Levko Copper. You can't let him go. They do, and he is stopped by Schenkel. Looked like almost the same move that was just put on Bryson, but it beat him. And here comes Beck. He's in alone. Scores! An early 2-0 lead for Sault Ste. Marie on night 2. Well, if you're the Toronto Wildhounds, this is not the way you want to start this hockey game. Puck watching, and that is exactly what they're doing. That's 2 goals on 2 shots on the night for them, and an early 2-0 lead. So a big win from Toronto last night, but they're going to have to get into it quickly here because reality has showed up again and they're losing. Here's McConnell Barker to Allard, to the net, scores! 3-0, and that'll be the night for Tyler Bryson as they look at the bench immediately. 3 goals on 3 shots. This is another problem for Toronto this season, their inability to make saves when it counts. And Tyler Bryson all season long has just not been it. And the Wildhounds are going to shift to Lyrell Ryerson in between the pipes now. Tyler Bryson, a very ugly night to say the least. 3 goals on 3 shots, he gets the yank. And Lyrell Ryerson will get the pipes down by 3 in this first period from Sault Ste. Marie. So Wildhounds winning their game yesterday against this same team, 6-3. Today they find themselves down 3-0 in the first. Here's Curtis Save ahead for Allard. Allard moves in, he'll shoot, he's stopped by Ryerson. Well, you can already see a difference in net. Thrower, here's Lash. He'll bring it the other way. Toronto needs to get something going quickly, down by 3. There's a good pass, and they score. Luke Cleaver continues his hot streak. He got a hat trick yesterday against the Greyhounds. That's Toronto on the board here. 3-1 in this first period. Good pass, better finish. Again, the same move we saw yesterday. The outside-inside rip. Waits for the goaltender to go one way, shoots it the other way, and it's a 3-1 game. Here's Karki with it. So Toronto finds themselves on the board. The Greyhound fans get a little more quiet here as they know that Toronto's going to be desperate to get right back into it. Here's Luke Cleaver again. You just can't let them go, but they do, and the shot just missed. Lash back to Woods. He'll feed it back to Nicholson. That may have been tipped by Cleaver. It just missed. He'll chase it down behind the goal. It's picked up by Cloutier and brought out to center. Here's Cloutier. He's behind the D. He's stopped by Ryerson. Lash with it. Looking ahead for some help, and now he'll bring it in over the line himself. He'll shoot it, and he's stopped by Schenkel. Woods with it. Woods down low. There's a pass to the corner. Nobody was sitting there, and I'm not sure where the thinking was there to pass it. And here's Magnosa in on goal, taken back by Shears. 7.5 to go in the first period. 3-1 Greyhounds. Pass ahead. Watson to Cleaver. He is stopped by Schenkel. And it looks like they're trying to find Luke Cleaver because it's what's working for this club right now. Here's Owen Carr. He'll step in. Another 2-on-1. The shot. Right to the glove of Schenkel. Toronto's turned it up a notch since getting on the board. This is exactly what we want to see from them if they want to make the playoffs. Here's Allard. Gave that away to Carr through the middle of the ice. Sent back ahead to Renfro. Renfro got a goal yesterday. As here's Beck through center. And over the Toronto line, Shears sent it back one more time. Copper getting in there. Hounds did get free. That was Shears with Copper, and here goes Copper again. He steps by. Copper can't take the shot. McCoy will, and Schenkel made it look easy. 2:08 to go in the first. Sault Ste. Marie 3, Toronto 1 from Sault Ste. Marie. Wildhounds on the road for their next few games, starting with this one here. Here's the draw, Carlisle. And their road record has been very bad this season. Yeah, they got to find a way to bounce back. They've given up too many goals. Yes, they've had wins. They've had comebacks down by many goals, but you can't afford to play every game from behind. And I mean in a big way. Not one goal, or not three, but like one, something like that. That's more reasonable, and there's going to be a penalty here. So the Greyhounds will go to the power play. We thought it was going to be a penalty shot, but they wave it off and say power play instead. 6 seconds to go here in the first period. Face off one. Karki just missed the net. Thrower clears to end the period. 3-1 Greyhounds after one tonight from Sault Ste. Marie. Shots to go in the hockey game are 7-6 Toronto, but it's 3-1 after one for the Greyhounds. Hits are one aside, face off 6-1 Greyhounds. They're on the power play to start the second, up by 2. Welcome into period 2 tonight from GFL Memorial Gardens in Sault Ste. Marie. The Greyhounds and the Wildhounds in their second and final meeting of the year, the Battle of the Hounds. Here's Curtis Sayev, got a shot. It's blocked away by Ryerson. Now Nicholson in the Hounds turn up ice. Evan Nicholson to the middle of the ice, was knocked off the puck. Karki has it back, and here they come inside. McCoy trying to cut that pass. It came in front, and a good save, and the rebound just wide. Nicholson trying to get rid of it down low. Thrower to Nicholson. The pass missed Copper, and back down it goes. 50 seconds to go inside the Greyhound power play. Here's Karki back in his own zone to Kurtisev. He finds Allard in over the Toronto line. That was sent back. McCoy pokes it out. Kurtisev will bring it right back in and goes right to the goal. McConnell stopped, and the rebound went wide. 10 seconds left on the penalty kill. Here goes Ryan McCoy. He'll just send it back in, and the penalty done. Now Allard to Beck. 2 good looks on that power play for the Greyhounds, but they don't come through. It stays 3-1. Here's McKinley. Toronto up the left wing side. McKinley sends that back. Cleaver again, and the bouncer, Woods, it rolls off the post. Has it out front, and that was blocked. Good job by the Greyhounds to stop that lane from becoming trouble. Yeah, and it looked like Toronto definitely had something to work with there, but moments later it's broken up, and that's a good job coverage by the Greyhounds. Save made that time by Ryerson. Back to the point is Curtis Sayev. He'll feed for Karki, and that goes over the goal. Toronto gets the pass. Here's Cleaver with it. Has the only goal tonight for Toronto. Cleaver drops it off. Nobody's there. Woods will now step into it. Carr down low to Woods. In front to Cleaver, and a swing and a miss. Good coverage again by Sault Ste. Marie. You can see the coverage there. Cleaver, you know they're trying to find him. He's been great in these 2 games against Sault Ste. Marie. And again, here's the pass from Cleaver. The look back to him. It was someone else this time. It was Woods. But Schenkel got the legs closed in time to keep it 3-1. We're just about halfway. It's the opposite story than it was yesterday. It was 3-1 Toronto halfway. It's 3-1 Greyhounds halfway tonight. Here's Carlisle. Now we know a lot of teams play better at home, but the Greyhounds, one of those teams that also play well on the road. They just were unable to come through yesterday against Toronto, as here's McKinley moving in. McKinley whining, shooting, easy save. And he gave that away. That could have been trouble. Down low, here's a pass through the paint to Carr. Now Mignosa the other way. Here come the Greyhounds. Lawson trying to catch him. Jackson will try. And here's a chance down low, the pass. Virgilio shooting, he stopped. A good look, and it just missed. Clouche to Carlisle. Virgilio. Here's the one-timer stopped by Ryerson. Down low, Hounds cut that. It's Josh, and he'll get it out. Kylan Josh. Hounds inside. There's a drop pass. Caremore moves in, and he fired that wide. Josh with it behind the goal, looking out front. There's a quick pass, and another block, and now another penalty going to the Wildhounds. 3:50 to go in the second. 3-1, Sault Ste. Marie. Well, if you're the Greyhounds, this is exactly the way you want to play this game. You have Toronto back on their heels, and you have for most of this game. Still 3-1. Kurtisev fanned on it. Now the pass finds Alex Lash, and could this be trouble? Lash short-handed, and he tried a quick shot. But Schenkel made that look easy, gobbling it up. So the face-off will come. One back, controlled by Kurtisev in his own zone. He'll carry it out to center. Pass up for Beck. Here's Beck stepping in. Couldn't get the shot. Shears did a good job of covering. Pass finds Lash. Here he goes again, this time with all he's got. Lash moves in, and Schenkel shut the door. Here's Woods with it. And now Beck just trying to get it out. He does. Pass finds Allard in over. He'll bring it in with a shot blocked by Shears. 40 seconds left on the rush. That pass cut. And then sent back ahead. Kurtisev has a handle on it. Here's McConnell. Barker moves it and fires right on. Ryerson to save. Finnegan for Ryan Woods. Here goes Ryan Woods. He'll step in slowly here. And definitely ran out of speed on that rush. Allard moves in. McConnell. Barker's blocked. Thrower sent back ahead. The pass finds Copper. Last minute of play here in the second. Here's Coffey in front. And that pass, too many for the Wild Hounds, and the other way comes McConnell Barker. Shooting that. It rolls on to Ryerson. He'll shrug it wide. And we're through 2 tonight from Sault Ste. Marie. It's the Greyhounds 3, the Wild Hounds 1 after 2. Shots are going the hockey game 14 aside, but it's 3-1 after 2 for Sault Ste. Marie. The hits are 13-1. Faceoffs 10-1. Power plays 0 for 2. The Greyhounds. Toronto has an ad one 3-1 after 2. Welcome into period 3 tonight. The Wild Hounds find themselves down by 2 in a must-win position. Not the way they want to play this game today. No, and they haven't played their sharpest of hockey here tonight. We've seen it. They kind of look tired. They kind of look sloppy. Here's the pass from McCoy. Here's a chance, and he got the shot away, and the rebound. Stick just wide. Now Coffey fed it out front. And again, Ryan McCoy cannot handle the pass. As here's Beck through the middle of the ice. Right side back into the Toronto end. Thrower for Finnegan. Here come the Hounds again. Finnegan ahead. He has Copper going to the goal. It's McCoy with him. Centers! And that one hit the side of the net. Copper has it again. Looks. Passes. Now the backhand and tight. Poke check by Schenkel. Allard with it. McCoy will chase that down. The pass finds Beck and he'll come out of the zone. 5 minutes gone in the third period. Here's Copper back in. Levko Copper moving in from the corner to the middle, shooting. He just missed. And now Coffey finds it behind the net out front. Here's Finnegan. What a save by Schenkel. Through the screen and everything in front, he still got a glove on it. And Toronto thought for sure that was it. And any other day it would be in, but Schenkel on his A game tonight. What a bounce back night for him. Face-off coming. One back by the Hounds. Here's a backhand tip, but easily shut down again, and Schenkel wants another face-off. 12:36 to go. 3-1 game. That's where we stand. Face-off will come here to the right side of the Sioux net. Shots are 5-0 Toronto here in the third, but they haven't been able to convert. As here's Magnosa. He'll carry it out. And another penalty going to the Wild Hounds. All 3 power plays tonight have gone to Sault Ste. Marie. As Ryan Woods heads off for tripping. Power play Greyhounds in a 3-1 game with 11:57 on the game clock. Face-off 1. Here's Carlisle, poked out by Owen Carr, and now Carr will take off. There goes Owen Carr. He's in. Backhander easily stopped. 20 shots on the night for Toronto. Didn't have enough in the tank to put that in. Shots here in the third are 6-0 Toronto now. Here's the face-off. Toronto looks like the more desperate team here in the third, as we probably thought. Here's a save made, and loose puck in front. They whack away for it, and it's Shears who does get that back ahead. Here's Lodge, pass in front, a good save again by Schenkel. He has been lights out here tonight, especially in the third, facing 7 shots already. Finnegan ahead. That pass missed everyone. It goes back down. 30 seconds left on the Greyhound power play. Virgilio to Beck. And Booze raining down. As here's going to be another penalty to Toronto. Beck moves in. He'll shoot. And Ryerson made the save. It'll be a 5-on-3 for 4 seconds. All 4 power plays to the Greyhounds tonight. Toronto had 3 yesterday. Greyhounds had 1. But this is worse, not even getting 1 on the night for Toronto. Mignosa. Clouche stopped. The rebound. They score. There it is. The insurance marker. Power play goal. Kirill Kurtasev, 4-1. For the Greyhounds, this is a gift. To get a 5-on-3 late in this game, still holding on to a 2-goal lead they've had all night long. And it's all thanks to their goaltender that this is a 4-1 Greyhound lead. Toronto's had their looks, just haven't been able to do anything. That's only the second shot Ryerson has faced here in the third. That's a goal on 2 shots to Toronto's 0 on 8. Woods, here's Lash, pass in front. Missed everybody, and out it comes again, and now Mignosa's behind everybody. He's in. Centering that, and Lash took it away. Here go the Wild Hounds. Pass to Cleaver, he's wide open. Luke Cleaver scores! 6:46 to go, it's Cleaver again. It's his second of the night. He has 5 goals in 2 nights against the Greyhounds. Well, we know Luke Cleaver can score. The question is, can anybody else score? And Toronto with a much-needed goal gets it here late to bring them within 2. A goal on 9 shots in this third period now. At least something to build on if you're Toronto, because they've been the better team here in the third. Here's a pass to Copper. He has McCoy, and he is shut down by Schenkel. Great save. McCoy breaking in. Can't get that shot. He'll go back after it. Battle in the corner with Karki. And Karki won it. Here's Mignosa down the left side, getting it back in the Toronto end. Copper, penalty going to St. Marie. And here's Finnegan. He'll step in, centers it off. There's the backhand by Coffey. That's handled. McCoy down low. Kick for Coffey. Coffey on the odd man rush. He scores! Danton Coffey got a quick shot away. And just like last night, it's a 4-3 game late. 16:58 of the third on a delayed penalty call. Coffey snipes this past Schenkel's left glove. And it's now 4-3 with 3:02 on the clock. So Toronto with some responses here in the third, and they're not done yet. Pass finds McCoy. 4-3 game. Here's Ryan McCoy breaking in, but couldn't get the shot. Mignosa with it. Final 2 to play here in regulation. Here comes Clouche. Trying to get that to the front. Dropped off for Kurtasev, moves in. Taken away by Nicholson. And here's Nicholson back in his own zone. The pass for Ryan McCoy. McCoy to the middle of the ice. He'll move in. He has Copper going to the net. He stopped. What a save. Here's another shot. That's blocked, and it slides to Schenkel, who covers with 20 seconds to go. Another big save by Schenkel late. And with time running out, it's 4-3 Greyhounds. Here's the face-off. Taken back by Carlisle in his own zone. He'll circle off the forecheck and now look to get it out. That's the best thing you could do if you're the Greyhounds. They'll kick it out here. 10 seconds left. Pass for Alex Lash. He's back in with time running out. Lash will go to the net. Gave that away to Carlisle, and that'll do it tonight. The Greyhounds send Toronto to the brink of elimination. 4-3. They hold on against Toronto tonight. What a game from start to finish. This was a Schenkel display here tonight. Toronto had their looks, but Schenkel was the better netminder of the 2 tonight. Ryerson came in after Bryson gave up 3 goals on 3 shots in that first period, and that's what really burned Toronto early, and they were unable to come back here tonight. 4-3, your final score from Sault Ste. Marie. The 2 teams split the season set. Toronto took the first game 6-3. Greyhounds take this one 4-3. Coming up now, the Toronto Wildhounds will continue their playoff hopes as they are 1 loss away from missing the playoffs. They will be taking on, ready for this, The Saginaw spirit, it doesn't get any easier.